Hello everyone, this is Stock Market Daily. Thank you for joining me today. It is February 23rd, 2023. As always, this is not financial advice. Please don't copy my trading strategies because you will lose money. This is only for educational purposes. Okay, so looking at the SPX, you could see that we had a really strong pre-market. We opened up higher than yesterday's highs, which was very bullish, where it seemed like it was bullish, and we had this little mini pullback in the morning. Then we pretty much went up from there, which got rejected big time, and we ended up coming back right to open, which again got rejected, and it had a pretty steep and fast decline all the way to a new lower low. So from here, it was 1040 or so to the new low. It was 1214. So pretty fast, pretty aggressive. As you can see, obviously, we started building up from there. We had, not as a steep ramp back up, but eventually made it back up right close to the open where we ended up closing. So not much difference on the day from where we started to where we ended, but I guess this is what they call a rug pull, where the market makers just do the things they do, as some people will say. They shake people out, I guess, some retail traders or people that are not used to these type of things. And this is exactly why I believe my strategy that I do works specifically for me and my type of trading. So taking a look at that specific strategy, let's look at the option chain. So as you can see, we have two options on here that were that got left for the day, expiring worthless. We first look at the 3970 level, which was rolled from the prior day, from yesterday. And there's two contracts here, and there's a 4060 calls that were placed today. What you don't see is the 4000 level, which were placed also today. And I'll show that to you now. So you have the 4000 puts, you have the 4060 calls. For the 4,000, we collected $570 per contract, and on the 4060, $165 per $165 per contract. So, and as you could see, this, how the way we started, it seemed very bullish. We gapped up. We ended up kind of pulling back slightly. That's when I entered the trade, and it seemed like we're going to go higher. And in fact, actually, when I placed this trade right here, I had a little bit of regret the second it got filled, and I'll show you why. If we take a look at the flex grid here, where I have all the charts that are the main holdings of the S&P 500, or not the S&P 500, the SPY, Apple had a little bit of pretty much had weakness in the morning with not much of a recovery. So that did not look good to me at all after I got filled. Then Microsoft was slightly better, but it had some bigger red candles. Amazon was kind of, they were just kind of holding in the middle. Google, same thing, they were selling off. But the most important part was that the advanced decline line was actually trending down. It was clearly trending down. And when we had that pop in the morning, kind of setting its new high for the day, this did not surpass the high of the open. So that was showing me weakness. And in fact, at this level right here, the 4,000 level put was worth about 50% less than what I got paid for it. I believe it was like $330. And I actually thought about buying it back, and I decided not to. I thought, okay, usually I don't do that. If I do that and then the market continues to trend upwards, I will pretty much lose out on that premium that should decay over the rest of the day. Well, I was wrong, and I had the market actually obviously ended up selling to my rolled put position, which is the 39.70, right? So it's right here. It actually went into the money for a minute. This 4,000 level put was worth, I don't remember exactly, but it was over $3,000. It was like 3,300 or so. Now, the reason why I say that this particular strategy still works for me and the way I trade is because any other normal strategy out there that people use with stop losses, that would have been shaken out. This would have been shaken out, and you would have been taking a loss. Now, clearly, in this particular case, this worked out perfect for me. This, everything, these two ended up being just closing worthless for the day. These two, I ended up closing myself for, I closed them for $10 each because we were so close. We spent the majority of the day below 4,000, and we were so close to the 4,000 level over here that I ended up saying, you know what, I might as well close them just in case we have a huge candle, right, like this at the end of the day. I mean, this did not take long. This only took 9 minutes or so. So there's no reason why that can't happen again. There was a lot of volume and a lot of trades that took place over here, and we spent a great deal of the day over here in the bottom. That could have happened again possibly, and I was not going to risk that chance for $10 per option. So I ended up closing it or buying it back, and overall I think this was a good trade for the day. We are getting some data tomorrow. It's going to have an effect probably on the market pre-market. And I'm planning to, if the market is in the same area, I'm actually planning to be a little bit more aggressive. If we're going to open up somewhere in this, 4,000 level, 4,005 to 3,990, I'm going to be placing my trades a little bit closer to the money. I have a strong feeling that the S&P might just kind of be waiting for something. After the data tomorrow morning, we're not going to be getting much data on Monday, and I believe on Tuesday is when we're going to be getting some additional data. And right now the markets are very data dependent. So if there's not any new data, I think we're just going to kind of stay in the same place where we've opened the day. Kind of like today, even though this was a wild ride and probably shook a lot of people out of their positions, we ended up closing very close to where we opened, right? So we opened up, let's say at 418, we closed at 412. So that's my strategy for tomorrow. Please join me again tomorrow. I make these videos every day. If you like the content, consider subscribing, hit the bell notification icon so you get notified when I post, and hit the like button. Appreciate it. Thanks. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.